Today we wanted to talk about is smart home buying for the home buyers, no?
Right. So yes, you should definitely have your wants, your list of wants, your list of needs, your financial needs. And then also there's a fourth element we're going to show you today or talk about today is this a good deal? Is it a good idea? So we want to start thinking a little. I'm not telling you have to be an investor when you're buying your first home. In fact, I don't recommend it. I am recommending that you think a little bit like how an investor might think of the home to see if that house is a good deal or not a good deal.
Exactly. Therefore, if you're looking with the eyes of the investor to the whole process, it makes you easier for you to understand the process. No?
Right.
And then we start right off the bat with the rental income potential.
Right. So even if you're going to live in this home but never rent it out because you plan on living there 30 years, you should still understand this question. Because they ask me, what is the average rent in this area? And I say something like $1,200, that's a lot of rentals at a lot of lower price. Now, if I told you $2,500 to $3,000, they'll be like, oh, okay, there are people who are paying a lot to live in this area, and it's actually a good deal. So I would definitely ask the question, what is the average rent in this area?
And also, what is demand of the rental property in that location that you're looking for home also is another question which is good to answer. The next thing that we want...
Before we do into market analysis, I think we should do our introduction.
Let's hit
it! Hi, it's Alan Victoria. Welcome to our Talent Podcast.
And if this is your first time on our podcast and YouTube channel, make sure to subscribe and get notified.
Honestly, call text all the time, 252-327-3357. We love talking to you. Don't be shy. Also, don't forget our buyer's guide and seller's guide in the description below.
Exactly.
As well as this worksheet.
First, we talked about rental income potential. The second one is the market analysis. What is market analysis?
So here's other questions you should definitely be asking us, your real estate agents, because you're really just trying to understand objectively about this home. So how long does the home typically stay on the market in this area? If the answer is not a long time, that's good. If the answer is, well, they last for months and months and months, be prepared if you do ever need to sell it to go somewhere else, well, then it's going to take a while to sell because it's in a slower area. So you should know what that is.
Exactly. And the second deeper question is the population in the area that you wanted to purchase home is growing or declining constantly? That is also another important question.
Right, because it also is going to talk about property value if people are leaving or people are coming. One other question is, what types of people are moving from out of state into the area? Like in our area, we have a lot of people who are leaving New York, coming to North Carolina, and they're actually a mix. We have retirees, we have families, we have professionals.
Young professionals,
we have
exactly.
a mix of people coming in this area, which is a great thing for lots of things. However, if you are more in like where my mom lives in Florida, where they're retired people, you understand a lot of people moving in her neighborhood are going to be retirees. So, I mean, that's going to be a different market entirely.
And coming with that, we're talking about this third category, which is really future appreciation.
Absolutely.
Which is combination of these two. And then the question is, what is the historical rate of appreciation in that area that you're looking for home?
Super important to ask that question, because if the appreciation rate has been, steadily growing, that's good. If it's been jumped, interesting question, because do they jump whatever? Also, have they not moved at all, even though property values are increasing? Why haven't they increased in this area? Another question is, are there any upcoming developments, infrastructure projects that are going to affect the property value? For instance, in our area, there's a couple major streets that are going to double inside. Now, infrastructure-wise, we definitely need these growths in Greenville and Winterville. However, if you're near these areas, it is going to affect the homes and affect home values and everything else. So you should definitely know what they are.
Exactly. The next question that also very in line with these two questions is, how do the other property in the neighborhood compared to the one that you wanted to look at is really values changing? No?
Right. So you want to look at do you want to buy the worst home in a nice area, or do you want to buy a nice home in a bad area? So you kind of have to look at your appreciation factors of what you can do to improve, because that brings us to the next question. how can you add value? So if you can buy the smallest house or the house that needs a lot of work in an area that's otherwise always appreciating, you're going to get a lot of value there if you can add it yourself.
Exactly.
Like, what improvements or additions could you increase the value of this home? If it is just a bathroom or a kitchen redo, or is it flooring, what is it that will add more value?
Also, is there any scope for renovating or extending the property in the future?
Right,
No?
so if you're
That's
getting
also a question.
Absolutely. So if you're thinking you might need a mother-in-law suite in the future, but you're getting a backyard that's only 0.14 of the whole house, including the house, you're not going to have a lot of room for that addition. So you have to kind of think, and can I add value to this home if what I need to do? The next thing we're going to talk about is local economy and employment. These are also important questions.
Exactly. Therefore, the first thing that really is deep and dive to the data and what is the economy outlook in the area looks like, at least the last 2-3 years. No?
Right. And make sure that people can answer these questions for you, or else maybe you work with somebody who can answer these questions for you. What are the major employers in the area? A good agent's going to know who the employers are, because that's bringing a lot of people into the area.
And then in line with that question, what is the economic growth in that area look like? Is it growing or declining?
Right, and that's the scary part. If it's declining, do you want to be in that area? So look at the economics and who is there, and are the businesses staying, growing, more businesses coming, or are the businesses packing up shop and leaving? These are important for you when you're buying a home.
We love to connect with you, and this is another checklist for the smart home buying. And don't forget to call us at 252-327-3357 and leave us a comment, share with us your thought. We love to connect, and see you in the next podcast and video.